Class 040113, please come forward. Will everybody please rise? Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Rocky Mount Honor Guard. Please remain standing. Please remain standing as we welcome Dr. Smith as he gives the invocation.
Good evening. Let us pray. As we gather here this evening to celebrate the achievements and to grant deserving accolades to the class of 040113, I ask the power who grants all things to place a stamp of approval on this recruit firefighters graduation, and keep in mind that Nash Community College mission is to provide affordable educational opportunities that will lead to exciting careers. I also pray for those who are in the audience now and on the stage. This is the prayer that I submit, and the one who sustains us all, amen. Amen. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Smith, for your kind words. I tell everybody we always need to start these events with a few kind words. Class, congratulations to your accomplishment and the hard work that you've done. I know it's been pretty tough. I'm Bill Carver, president of Nash Community College. It gives me a great deal of pleasure to welcome you to our campus, those of you who haven't been here before. On behalf of the faculty, staff, students, and the Board of Trustees, this is some of the most important work that we do at Nash Community College is training individuals in our public safety area. We always take a great deal of pride in the investment that we've made in our instructors and the equipment and what's going on here. And I've been president 8 years at Nash Community College. I was vice president and dean of continuing ed before that, and have been a little bit intimately involved maybe in the training in the public service sector, where we putting a lot of emphasis. We hope to break ground on a new building soon that put a little more emphasis on that. But one of the things that I've noticed about the training in the fire service, and I see a few guests here tonight in uniform, is the growth of responsibility that are in the fire service. I think you guys do it all now. I don't know what you don't do. I think it's swift water, chemicals, all of that. And so I've just been amazed through the years of what's going on. And I know some of that training has taken place here. I've seen you running around campus and doing some things and doing a great deal of things. John and Willie, thank you for what y'all have done to make us proud tonight. Small group, but not everybody gets through. You probably started with a few more, I imagine. We're sorry that they weren't here with us tonight, but you can take a lot of pride in the accomplishment that you've had. So, again, thank you for being part of this ceremony tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And again, Natchez Community College is very proud of what you have done.
How are you all this evening? All right, I'm Recruit Taylor, and I'm here, and I stand before you today to introduce Mr. Battalion Chief Kevin Coppage of Raleigh Fire Department. Chief Coppage was born in Chicago, Illinois, and was imported to North Carolina via the United States Marine Corps. Chief Coppage has received his master's degree from Grand Canyon University for executive leadership for crisis management and disaster preparation. He also has a bachelor's degree from Grand Canyon University in public administration and an associate's degree from Durham Technical College for fire protection. He is married with 4 children and 2 dogs. His professional career began with the U.S. Marines, in which his passion and drive for leadership was formed. He began in his fire service career immediately after leaving the U.S. Marine Corps on May 31st, 1994, and has been growing rapidly for the past 19 years. In his current role, he leads a battalion of 4 fire stations with 6 pieces of equipment, participates in the recruiting process and training new and veteran members, and commands Raleigh's Honor Guard team. And all that he achieves in leadership is required. In preparation for enhancing his professional career and upward mobility, he strives for higher education for professional development. And moving forward in his education, he has embarked on a doctoral studies. As a public servant, his personal motto has been, serve those who serve others through serving. Audience, Chief Coppage, audience.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. First of all, I want to give honor to God, who is the head of my life. And I want to thank Natchez Community College for inviting me out. Instructor Winstead, Instructor Kearney, they have done a fascinating job with these individuals. This is my 3rd class coming to partake in. However, this is my first time being a guest speaker. Looking at the transformation of these guys here, it is astronomical. 19 years ago, I was one of those snotty-nosed recruits, as we call it in Raleigh. It is a big transition to come from a civilian to become a firefighter. Making that step, you got to have a servant heart. You got to want to lay your life down for someone else. You never know who your friend is going to be. You don't know who your neighbor is going to be. But embarking on becoming a firefighter was the greatest accomplishment in my life. When I look back from the United States Marine Corps, with Instructor Winstead was part of that, we had a sense of camaraderie there. However, the fire service camaraderie is totally different. Got a story about one of my instructors who taught me emergency medical technician. Many people around the state know him. His name is Tramp Dwan. Very funny, very comical, know everything. He went out west, and when he get out west, he was on his motorcycle. He was driving a Gold Wing. He was coming down a hill, and he lost balance. Trailer rolled over, so Tramp was he was gravely ill at that point. Had a lot of traumatic injuries and all of that. When they found out he was a firefighter, That's how the word got back to us. They took him in for a whole year and took care of him. Having a profession with such camaraderie is astronomical. Tramp did not have to take care of anything. They flew him back. They flew his family out to see him and just put him up as far as housing. So where else can you go in any profession that a stranger, never seen you before, open your doors, open their wallet, feed you, clothe you, and take you in as a brother or a sister? I have yet to find it. And going back to the profession these guys are about to embark on, my mind go back to the Charleston 9. That was a very interesting time, the Sofa Fire. Do you realize when you leave in the morning and tell your loved ones, I love you and I'll see you later, that could very well be the last time you see them? The Charleston 9, they embarked upon that. Then we look back here recently, the 19 smoke jumpers. They really thought they were going to come home, but they really and truly laid down their life for someone else. And that is an honorable and noble career to be in, but not to glorify the fire service. This is a dedicated few deciding to serve a city of many. Not taking anything away from your professions, we all have been chosen to facilitate a role and move forward. And however, this 5 individual here is embarking on one in the fire service. So before I go into my speech, I want to congratulate them because I know exactly what they've been through. Before I start, I really want to look at the laying your life down. Go through John 15 and 13, and it reads as follows. Greater love has no one than this, that someone would lay down his life for his friend. Your friends would be your co-workers. It would be your neighbors. It would be the community in which you serve. So therefore, they're going to expect for you to do a lot of things. As a firefighter, they will expect for you to protect them. They will expect for you to be a first responder. They will expect for you to be prepared for any emergency there is. In the fire service, when they dial 911, I don't know what it is for the local here, when they dial 911, if they can't figure out if they go to police department, EMS, it's coming to the fire department. When you pull up on your apparatus, they're expecting you to mitigate an emergency. And trust me, in your servant heart, you will find a way to mitigate that. Your friends will expect you to go through extensive training and endure dangerous conditions, but they don't expect you to do stupid things. As a firefighter, we have a sense of adrenaline stupidity, and I have experienced that too. That is what caused the injuries and the death and caused the tolls. But through the training you got through Nash Community College, I'm sure you have been enhanced not to make stupid decisions, critical and well thought out decisions. Now, I was quite sure Instructor Winstead enforced that wholeheartedly. And going forward, why did you choose a profession to become a firefighter? I'm sure it's a question that you all got. Did you guys like the big red trucks? Did you like to see everybody love to see somebody asking why you turn your hat backwards and walk around? But as a firm believer, I believe you chose this profession for your fundamental duty to protect lives and save property. Also, I take it you took it to safeguard your community because they would look to you for service. Also, I really believe you chose this profession to be a good example and actually infect your community with some positive outlook. But most of all, I truly believe you embarked on this profession to serve. The time that I spent with you all doing the physical training, and one training that really sticks out in my mind, climbing that ladder. If you didn't get any courage from that and confidence for that, I don't think many things are going to give you one. Being able to elevate yourself in the air 40 feet and your counterparts holding on to the ropes. You were getting close to God, but you had a lot of confidence in your classmates. But as far as being a firefighter in the Nash Community College, I really commend what the college have done, the way that they put it together, and the way that they go. And I was looking on the internet and I seen the Nash Community College mission statement, and it reads as follows. The Nash Community College Recruit Fire Academy mission is to instill discipline, character, professionalism, teamwork, integrity, credibility, knowledge, skills, and the physical, mental ability to perform the job of the profession as a firefighter in a safe and effective manner. Talking to you all today, I want to take out a few of the words in your mission statement. Each one of you have been infected with those words. These words will go with you the rest of your career, because the things that you went through this last 6 months, some of them were painful, some of you wanted to quit, some of you wanted to cry, but overall, you looked at the end result and you persevered, and now you're here today graduating. You ought to be commended for such accomplishment. In the discipline, you had a code of behavior as a firefighter. Every firefighter, when they're dispatched to go on a call, the first thing in our mind is rescue. How can we rescue this individual from their consequences, circumstances? So as a firefighter, you will do that. Next thing in firefighting, you're gonna find a way to minimize exposure. Whether it's a disease, whether it's a fire, whether it's an issue. Yes, no, we do not get in trees and get cats out anymore. I have yet to see a cat skeleton in a tree. So if you see one, let me know about it. The next one is gonna be the extinguishment. You're gonna have to extinguish flames, extinguish problems and situations. In today's society, a lot of EMS workers are wearing bulletproof vests now because we are no longer safe anymore in that aspect. So you're gonna have to mitigate that. You're gonna have to talk with compassion, understanding the citizens, what's going on. They're in a state of emergency at that point. You as a firefighter are gonna be the one to have to manage that. Next, talk about character. Your character is gonna be your mental model of what you exhibit within a fire station, in the community, and to your loved ones. This is one job that your loved ones, they understand initially, but once you go on shift, it's a lot of understanding. Your character gonna change. Emergency situations you may run into, you can find yourself taking them home. But that's time you can talk to your coworkers and talk to your family members, because I can tell your family members gonna support you in whatever you do. But you have to ensure you embellish your character through conversation and communication. Next is gonna be teamwork. Seeing you guys bring that big tire out of the woods, I know you got teamwork. Working together to achieve many things, that is what it's about in the fire service. Everyone will assume a role, and you have to be a role player in your role. Everyone is not gonna be the best at everything. That is the reason why you have 3 to 4 members on a piece of equipment, because someone else is gonna facilitate a role, but in the end, you all are successful, you have completed such thing. Next is gonna be your knowledge. This is gonna be the information in which you absorb for this 6 months, and it don't stop here. You will continue to learn each and every day. When you get to the point where you're done learning, it's time for you to lead a fire service. Because one thing you can rest assured in the fire service, the only thing is constant, is gonna be change. Because there's something evolving every single day. One of our counterparts probably have made a mishap. That's the reason why we get so many rules and regulations and adjustments. But all the information that your instructors have embellished and put in you, your infection, make it count. Also, you will have your skills, the abilities to do something well with expertise. In the fire service, we call the fire truck our big red toolbox, because there's so many different tools in each one of those pockets that can mitigate an emergency to assist us in taking care of things. So that's going to embellish your skills. The conversations you have with your companies that you work with, your leadership, and some of the older guys there can tell you a lot of stories to actually enhance your knowledge even further from there. Be a good listener. One thing that I brought with me from the Marine Corps, you have 2 eyes and 2 ears for a reason. Speak less. Listen, be attentive to what's going on. That's going to help embellish your skills as well. You all have been very successful to this point of completing what has been set forth you as far as the state, the college, and also your personal accolades to complete academy. But this has meant that you're still going to be successful in the future, because what you take from here and moving forward is going to help you grow and become that firefighter that you desire to be. I can't recall who made this statement, but I always remember this. If you find a job that you love, you would never work a day in your life. I haven't worked in 19 years. It is like a day at the boys' club or girls' club, however you call it. When the buzzer go off, it's all serious business. We're going to mitigate emergencies. We're going to serve the citizens. We're going to give them what they pay dearly for. And don't hesitate. When you call 911, a firefighter is coming with a servant heart to give you everything they got and more. And your success in moving forward, your continued growth in whatever department you go to, remember, today is the start of your marriage. You're marrying tradition with contemporary. There are skill sets that the traditional fire service have, and there are skill sets that you have in a new generation that's going to help us become better. There were times we would search. Everyone would do a left-hand or a right-hand search. Now we have thermal image cameras. Now we even have SCBAs. There were times where they were using scarves, or most firefighters used to have a beard, but now we got SCBAs. Now we have better turnout gear to help us against chemicals. Now you have apparatus that are enclosed. I never rode on a convertible cab apparatus, but I'm sure your instructors can tell you something about that. They're all enclosed and they're climate controlled today. So that tells you the transition of tradition and contemporary is coming to the point that you can move forward and grow. So what you bring to whatever company or organization you go to, be positive, be forward-looking, and give what your academy have infected you with. Unselfishness is the best way you can be going into any fire service. And remember, going forward, serve those that serve others through service. It would always be reciprocated back to you. Probably not on that initial call, on that initial tour of duty. Eventually, it will come back to you. And that's a representation of what you got in the academy. That'll be representation of what organization you're with, and more importantly, that'll be a representation of what your family values, what they have infected you with. Another thing in your academy statement that you have, I know you guys probably heard this, is the 5 Ps. I'm gonna leave one of them out, it's truly 6. But prior planning prevents poor performance. Stay diligent in your studies, learning new things. Looking at firehouse, looking at fire engineer, reading fire chief. It's a lot of information in there that you can add into your toolbox and moving forward. Those are the things that are going to make you safer. As of today, our line of duty deaths have decreased because we're starting to be more educated. We're being safer. We're slowing down. We're wearing seat belts. And there's no more any of that Lone Ranger mentality. Your safety is what the department count on. Your knowledge is what the department want to see you exhibit when you go out and you're running your calls. Also, as you grow in your knowledge and your skills, you become very competent in your practices. Enhancing your skills and develop as a firefighter, your ability to make firefighters, you become confident. And these things are going to make you not being real nervous on a call, because your first emergency incidents, I can assure you, you're going to be nervous like climbing up that ladder. But that's where your confidence is going to come. Next, your confidence will be exhibited through things you learn, things you observe, and things you become a practitioner in. Also, you're taking your education and your training and your motivation to accomplish the 3 C's: confidence, competence, and courageousness. But as you move forward and going, don't forget where your foundation was that started here at Nash Community College. Don't forget the late nights when you were wondering if you were going to make it. And just remember what your instructors put in you. It will make a difference. Whatever organization you go to, you will be represented at Nash Community College. So as you move forward, and whatever department you take part of, remember that Maltese Cross and who you represent is nationwide. That Maltese Cross and whoever you represent is direct representation of where it all started here at Nash Community College. So without holding you up anymore, I'm wishing you all well, be successful, stay vigilant, keep learning, and be excellent practitioners in the fire service. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Willie Kearney. I am the Fire Rescue Coordinator. I just started this job almost 3 months ago, so I came in halfway through their training. But I want to say I'm godly proud of all of you. You're all my sons. And now that you're out of our academy, we can be friends. Now let's get down to what we're here for. Let's get ready to honor these guys for what they have done. My first recruit. He's not first by any means. He's just first because his last name is Farmer. Please rise, Mr. Farmer. Report to the podium. Mr. Farmer is going to be pinned on by his dad, Rusty, his baby, Aubrey, his girlfriend, Jordan Williams. You left your mama out?
She said she was going to take pictures.
He left his mama out, y'all. Miss Ginger, you can come up too if you want to. Y'all come on up. In the fire service, we have a strong tradition of giving out nicknames. Any nickname that deals with being big went to Mr. Farmer. Any nickname that dealt with being slow went to Mr. Farmer. Mr. Farmer started out big and started out slow, but he has slimmed down and he moves just a little bit faster on his 2 feet. We're still working on his brain housing group. No hazing. I present to you Firefighter Josh Farmer. My next recruit is the smallest of the bunch, but we don't call him the smallest because there's another recruit here whose nickname will be Little Man. He swears he's big, but he's little. My next recruit is Mr. Ethan Medlin. Would you please rise? Mr. Medlin, the only man I know who can have a 91 average on a test and not be confident about anything he put on that answer sheet. I have not figured it out yet. Mr. Medlin. I'm proud of Mr. Medlin. Mr. Medlin will be pinned on by his fiancee, Hannah Parton, and his mom, Alisa Medlin. I'm so glad y'all walked all the way around that way. Mr. Medlin gets so nervous. He's up here shaking, right? I can feel the floor moving. He's smiling at me, but he ain't happy. I present to all of you Firefighter Medlin. As we all know, as parents, we're not supposed to have a favorite. And as the coordinator of this program, I should not have a favorite, but I do have a favorite. Mr. Dwan Pittman, please stand. Mr. Pittman is the oldest in our group. Mr. Pittman is 35 years old. He's very seasoned. Mr. Pittman has a family. He has wife and kids. And he sacrificed for 6 whole months. No job, long nights. You name it, he done it. Mr. Pittman come in, look at me, say, Coordinator Kearney, I just don't know. Mr. Pittman's favorite word in the whole wide world is, whatchamacallit. Mr. Pittman, I'm gonna give this whatchamacallit to your wife, depending on your whatchamacallit shirt. One thing I do know that Mr. Pittman knows firefighting. He's probably one of the hardest workers we have. Being 35 years old, he hung with the young bucks. He stayed right there with them. I think he gave them motivation at times. I even saw Mr. Pittman laugh real hard till he cried. Mr. Pittman will be pinned on by his wife, Natisha, and his mother, Gloria. I present to you Firefighter Dwan Pittman. My next recruit. I have only one word to say about this next, oh, I can't even talk thinking about it. This next recruit is, huh? Do you understand the words that come out of my mouth? Yes? Is that your answer or a question? Uh-huh. Mr. Rogers, please stand. Mr. Rogers is always confused, but he knows things. I ain't figured it out yet. How you stay confused but know something? I know he knows one thing right now. He's finished. I want to commend Mr. Rogers because he had some adversity during our academy. His grandmother was not in a good way, but she's here with us tonight. Y'all clap for his grandmama. God is good and we're glad you're here. Mr. Rogers, just like his friend Mr. Medlin there had, I take that back. Mr. Rogers also Stays confused about a whole lot of other things I can't talk about right now. I can't talk about that right now. It's too sad to talk about. Mr. Rogers would be pinned on by his grandmama, Miss Susan Bolton, and Miss Jody Rogers, his father. Mr. Jody Rogers, his father. Please come and pin your son and grandson. Grandma, you coming up here? Yes, ma'am. I got a whole lot of firefighters in here willing to lift you up here. We servants up here. I present to you, still confused, Firefighter William Rogers. My next recruit, is probably one of the most likable people that we all know. He's a little dude with a big heart and a big smile. This young man is an awesome young man. That's all I can say. He's an awesome young man. He worked hard throughout the academy. There's nobody in this room who can out-PT him. We tried our best to punish this joker. He wouldn't let us know that he took it with a grain of salt. And we tried to hurt him, but we couldn't. He was like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and going and going. You still little though. Dashawn Taylor, please rise. Dashawn also is one of the only candidate we have right now that was hired by the City of Rocky Mount Fire Department. He was offered a full-time job, and that's a great blessing, and I'm honored to be a part of his training, and I'm honored chiefs who are here, that y'all are here to represent him right now. Mr. Taylor will be pinned on by Miss Lucille Cornell Battle. I present to you Rocky Mount Firefighter, Dashawn Taylor. At this time, I would like to introduce my direct boss, Mr. Director, John Winstead. He is the father of this academy right now. He's the big daddy. I'm just the little daddy. I'm the uncle. I'm supposed to be the bad guy. But Director Winstead, he is the one who makes things happen. He's going to present these guys with some special awards right now. Please welcome him.
Good evening. I don't know how I can follow up on that. He's had everybody laughing most of the night. I won't take up too much of your time. There are a few things that I wanted to address. First of all, the tire was actually an obese patient. We were simulating an obese patient. So it wasn't just a tire. I didn't want you to think we just had them hauling around tires every day. To the recruits, judgment, Chief Coppage talked about it. We've talked about it many times. Along with all the other qualities that we try and instill in this academy, it doesn't stop today. Every day you're going to encounter something new. Every day you're going to learn a little bit more about judgment. And rely on your teammates in some instances, because you don't always make the best decisions. So rely on others. Be part of that team. Infect others. Don't stop today. Take it back. There are people that have gotten tired of doing this. Infect them, re-energize them, and become a junkie. How many times have I told you that? To the family, this is all for those recruits, for those graduates, but as a firefighter, Chief Coppage, Coordinator Kearney, I'm sure you can agree, it takes a lot from your family. I know this training took a lot from the family. It pulls a lot of time. I've spent weeks at the firehouse. During disasters, we're going to be there. That's how it is. Please be understanding of that. Please be supportive of that. And thank you for supporting them this far. All right. Without any further delay, the first award I'd like to give out is the Instructional Excellence Award. This award is given to the instructor who provides instruction, guidance, and positive influence, as well as being a mentor and motivator when necessary. Now, I don't think he's able to be with us tonight. I believe he's on duty. But I'd like to give this to Senior Firefighter Chad Pridgeon of the Rocky Mount Fire Department. Our next award, and I think this is what stumbled Coordinator Kearney up earlier. We had two individuals that their average for the class was very, very close. This is an academic award, and this is in recognition of a 91 average during the academy. Mr. Medlin, please come forward. There was something about Mr. Medlin that Coordinator Kearney forgot to mention too. He did have another nickname, and he got this pretty quickly. They called him Little Director. Because I'm very serious about the academy, and they said that he could pretty much do exactly me without even trying. I do want to give some credit to Mr. Rogers, who was a very close second. How many points was it? It was a fraction of a point, correct? Good job to both of you. Now, our last award, I wouldn't say it's more important, but it's pretty critical. You could have everyone score exactly the same average, and this would still be critical. It's called the Flame Award. And this award is given to they vote among themselves for who should receive this. And it's given to the person that's an inspiration, that motivates them when they're down. Maybe he's not the fastest, maybe he's not the smartest. They just keep them going. They take charge when they need to. They sit back when they need to. And like I said, that element is critical in any group you put together. And I'd like to present that award to Mr. Dashawn Taylor. To talk about Mr. Taylor a little bit more, I do a lot of digging whenever we get a new class. And we have a new class sitting in the back. They started yesterday. And they may not know it yet, but I do. I launch an investigation on just about everyone. I want to know them. I want to know what to expect. I want to know where the highs and lows are going to be. I would love to see all 13 of them standing here on the last day. Realistically, I know that's not going to happen, but I want to try and motivate and encourage every one of them in every opportunity. So with that being said, I did some digging with this class, and usually I can find something. But I have to say, Mr. Taylor has encountered some adversity in his life. But even when I go back and talk to people that he was in high school with and even middle school, yet to find any person that has a bad word to say about it. And I have to say that was extremely impressive to me. I don't think there's many people that you'll ever meet in your life that you could say that about. So, Mr. Taylor, I appreciate you being the person you are. I wish you the best at Rocky Mount Fire Department, and I hope you do move forward and infect others. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to ask the audience to stand again, please. Class 040113, fall in. Mr. Medlin, retire the colors. Class 040113, you're secured from training. Fall out.